Hi guys, thought I'd share a little bit of my day with you. I'm just doing some filming right now and it's late in the day. I get up at 3:30 in the morning and here it is almost 5 o'clock, but I still got work to do and my boss is right over there cracking the whip on me. So I need a little brain perk. So here's what we're gonna do. In here, what I do is I put a mix of different essential oils and then I just take a little piece of lotus leaf. I just tear a piece of lotus leaf off and just dip it in there for a split second so it soaks it up like a wick. You don't want to get too much because it can be a bit overwhelming and you don't need a lot. It's just to give it a flavor. But today what I need to do is clear my mind a little because I'm a bit tired. So I'm going to take some of my nice tobacco here. And this is a nice clean tobacco and it's cigarette cut so it vaporizes better. The cigarette cut is much finer, therefore you got more surface area to vaporize and it makes a better smoke than pipe tobacco, which is more coarse. And since I need a little brain pickup, I'm going to use some of Dr. Nick's Cosmic Orgasm, which really opens the mind up. I put 2 drops on there. If you use more than that, it'll be quite strong. And then I'm going to use some of Daniel Maple's amazing animal essences. I got a great podcast with Daniel Maple where I talk and him and I dialogue on all these essences. You learn about them. They're amazing. Bobcat helps me focus my mind. I love it for painting, helps keep my brush stable. So I'm going to put 2 drops on there to keep the tobacco moist. Then I think I will go for some of my friends Marina and Steve. Marina makes these herbal blends. This is called Focus, so it's a mix of herbs that help enhance focus. So I like to pack the basket quite full because I like a nice rich smoke, even though remember it's vaporized so there's no smoke, it's just water vapor, but we call it a smoke just for fun. And so I shape that so it will fit. If you put too much in, it'll blow the screen out the top and fill your bag full of herbs, which is never ideal. And you got to tuck it all in so it seals properly. I use moisturizer packs. If they're a bit dry, I had to add more fluid, and I'm going to put 5 drops of Bobcat on there, and we'll cap it up. I always do a little prayer. Would you like to join me in body, mind, and spirit, dear medicine spirits? And I feel a surge of energy, means, yeah, baby, we want to join you, which is lovely. I turn on the fire over here and stick that on. I let it run for a couple of seconds just to get any dust out of there. And we cap it up. And in the background, while I've been talking to you, my kettle's been boiling. I take a nice big thick teacup that holds its heat real well, fill it almost to the top with water, and then when I'm doing my work, I just set the bag on top of the hot water and the steam heat rises into the bag to keep the bag hot, because if it settles, it congeals, and when you breathe it in, it can make you cough, because as the microparticles of plant that get micellized as the hot air goes by congeal into a bit of a dust, your lungs will kick it out. So if the gas is hot, it keeps that expanded and it's easier to enjoy. And with the liquids I've added on, it's nice and moist so you don't get this dry, nasty smoke. So what you get is this absolute magic. I just connect to it, say thank you. I must say that is damn good. I gotta thank the chef. And so now, you know, right away what I feel is like a nice little lift, a head clearing. I feel Dr. Nick, EssentialOilWizardry.com, his oils are phenomenal. I've got loads and loads of them because I love to experiment with them. And it's got tobacco in it, you know, so it's not like pot where you hold it into your body. Remember, that's all water vapor, there's no smoke in there. But you just breathe it in and kind of enjoy the flavors and the smells and exhale it out and go at your own pace. If you're not used to tobacco, it'll give you a little buzz, kind of like lift you up. It only lasts about 10 to 12 minutes. And I use this particular blend of tobacco here. It's called Northern Shag where I get it, but it's actually a different name from the Stockeby Corporation, Norwegian Shag. And I use it specifically because it's the lowest nicotine tobacco I can find, and it's got a very neutral flavor, so it doesn't overpower the other flavors I add to it. I don't have any desire to be addicted to anything, and I find I can use that one and just come off it without trouble. But if I use pretty much any of the other tobaccos, I go up, come down, and then get kind of a withdrawal type feeling where I feel like I need to have a bag, and I don't like that feeling at all. I don't get that with this. I figure you're only getting about 30% of the nicotine out of the tobacco, because this thing, I'm running it at probably about 350 degrees. It'll go to, maybe it's at 400, it'll go to about 450, but when you light a cigarette on fire, it's burning between 8 and 1200 degrees, depending on which book you read. So there's complete incineration, and that releases the nicotine, so you get a much bigger dose of nicotine. You can actually take the leftover tobacco and herbs out of here. You could roll that and smoke it and still get quite a blast off of it, which lets you know that you haven't really gotten much of the nicotine out of the vaporized smoke. So cheers. That's how I roll here at the Rainbow. If you're gonna vaporize, throw in some of these tricks. It's much more enjoyable and better for you. Lots of love. See you along the way.